Champions Cup semi-final number 2, folks. I have watched it much belated. The sun is just coming up here in New Zealand as the final kicked off at 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't watch it live, but oh my goodness, what an insane game. Are semi-finals supposed to have 10 tries? I don't think so. But yeah, very, very entertaining game. Harlequins looked kind of like semi-final number 1 to be potentially dead and buried, had a bit of a resurgence, but also like semi-final number 1, kind of unable to push that comeback through to get a job done. So it's Toulouse who will head through to the final up against Leinster in a few weeks' time. The final's on at 1:45 in the morning. That's even worse. I'll probably have to get up to watch that one. But we'll go through this game, some key events and stats, but belatedly, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. Cracking start from Toulouse, and if you're a Quins fan, I think you'll be pretty gutted with some of the tries you conceded, including the first one, which is a 5-metre line out on Quins' own line, which gets stolen by Flamand, which gives Toulouse a cracking opportunity. And sure enough, they make no mistake. Like Meafu with the wee kind of pop as the forwards push close, and then they get wide ball to Labelle, who's able to go over. So 5 points to 0. And Quins are under a fair bit of pressure. Their scrum does get them out of trouble, again on their own line, so it does better than the line out. That penalty at scrum time gives them a bit of respite, and then Kroos gives away a breakdown penalty, which kind of piggybacks Harlequins up the field. And then, interestingly, Harlequins don't make any mistake from that bit of territorial opportunity. Smith is able to go over with a wee show and go after Don Brown had gone close. They take the lead, 7 points to 5. But then the tit for tat continues. Neither side initially was able to kind of get back-to-back tries. It was always you score, I score. TMO had to check Malvaka's try on 18 minutes from a maul, but sure enough, he went over. It was all good, and the conversion was as well this time from Kinghorn, so 12 points to 7. But Harlequins hit back with a maul of their own not too long later, about 5 minutes later. I didn't really get to see why that line-out was a Quins ball. I'm not sure if it hit a Toulouse player from the initial kick, because it was a kick for touch from the Quins boys, or if it was touched by Labelle as it went over the line. Was it even a 50-22? I'm not sure. The commentary team didn't really aid in that. There was no real replay to show it, but it was a Quins line-out either way. Attacking opportunity in Toulouse territory, and sure enough, man, they all tried it over as well. So Evans goes over, 12 points apiece. Missed conversion from that one, but proper game on. Like, it's insane to be 20 minutes into a game and already have 4 tries on the board. But then Toulouse gets another one from the restart, and it's another soft one. Like, that's one, if you're a Quins fan, I think you'd be pretty gutted that you couldn't just take the restart and get a solid exit. I mean, credit to Toulouse for putting the pressure on at the breakdown. It's a big counter ruck. Puts the Quins boys under a lot of pressure at the breakdown. Kerr's forced to kind of pop the ball, and he pops it to Flamand. He's able to gather. So, he goes over 17 points to 12. The Toulouse lead is restored. And then they get another one, and it's another one from a messy line-out. Like, I think the Quins line-out was 12 from 15, and 2 of those missed ones directly lead to Toulouse tries. Like, set piece had to be solid, and it was just that little bit creaky, which kind of left the door ajar for the Toulouse guys to punish. So messy line out. Toulouse from that turnover ball, kick the ball upfield. It's that man Costes, and they have to TMO it to check because Kinghorn's chasing it to make sure Kinghorn didn't knock it on. But I think it was knocked back by a Quins player, so that one goes to Dupont. It is try time, 24 points to 12. It's starting to look like a bit of a scoreline, and then insane rugby. Dupont gets a quick fire double. He starts it with a penalty. He has a quick tap. There's no need for a quick tap, but it's Antoine Dupont, so you never know what he's going to do. You would have thought semi-final, kick for touch, set for a maul. Nope, Dupont wants to keep things moving. Quick phases, Malvaka goes close, and Dupont pick and go over the line to finish. So 31-12 at halftime. That's what I'm looking like semi-final number 1, thinking semi-final number 1. It kind of seems Quins are probably done with that scoreline. Can they chase that scoreline in the second half? Probably not, away from home, especially when you consider in the first half, Toulouse have had 62% territory. I mean, possessions have been pretty even, but yeah, 43 points in the first half. And yeah, some pretty crazy rugby. Second half, though, Quins do, kind of like Northampton did in their game, they do get some proper momentum. Starts from a scrum again, which gets them a penalty. And I wrote the note, they could use an early score in the second half, and they bloody get it, man. This time it's Murley in the corner after the line-out finally goes right. It's a line-out maul in the corner. Gets advantage because the Toulouse boys go early. They get it wide. It's great hands and a great finish, so 31-19. And they need to go back-to-back to get that deficit down, and they bloody well get it. This time it was through Tyrone Green, maybe my favourite try of the match, because it was some proper hands, like from halfway, some great footwork, some great hands. The likes of Green and Murley linking up. Suddenly, man, Green's over. 31-26, and it's really game on. Then there's a couple of incidents discipline-wise, which are a wee bit costly. There's a high tackle on Esterhazen, which doesn't really get looked at, which I'm sure will burn the Quins fans, but I haven't seen a replay of how bad that one was. But then when there was a head v head with Jack Walker on Dupont, that one did get replayed. That might be a bit of home stadium producer coverage, I'm not sure, but they certainly showed more replays of that one, and Walker gets yellow carded for that clean out. The crowd was booing the heck out of that one, which kind of makes sense. I should give credit as well. Earlier, when Esterhazen had that high tackle on him, Quins were putting a lot of pressure on him. Marshall had come off the bench and won to lose a turnover, which absolutely shut down the Quins momentum, because the momentum was with Quins by that point. But the yellow card, 15 v 14, what are Toulouse going to do? They're going to score straight away. Malia goes over in the corner. Again, great hands. And it's a good finish as well, because he beats about two guys over the line. It looked like they'd maybe fluffed the opportunity, but Malia, a great finish. So 38-26, that's the final score. And then Quins, they're their own worst enemies at the end, man. Joe Marler, like they've got 2 minutes or 3 minutes to score two scores. They win themselves a penalty to at least give themselves a chance to get one of them, maybe force a kind of squeaky bum moment at the death, but then he slaps Ramos on the back of the head. Penalty is reversed, and that's game. That's just dumb. Like Marler, he's a real character, and I don't have a problem with him. Like some people don't like his antics, but that was dumb. That was really, really dumb. That, I don't want to say cost you the game, but it cost you the chance to be in it at 80 minutes. Run meters finished 416 to 514 in Quins' favour. They outrun metered Toulouse, which is not easy. They out offloaded Toulouse as well, 10 to 9. So some pretty impressive numbers. Second half, they had 58% possession, did Quins, and they had more territory, 53%. So they really were good in that second half. But like I said, they just lost that bit of momentum, I think, with the yellow card and with the Marler slap. Clean breaks, 10 to 6. That's in favour of Toulouse. And the kicking was low, 21-16. Like the other semi-final, I think had 30 plus kicks each side, so 60 odd kicks. This game, 37 kicks. Not that many in the scheme of things. So really, really entertaining rugby. Not the kicking is not entertaining, but this game was just bloody 10 tries, man. Insane. Dupont, 2 tries, 4 defenders beaten. Esterhazen, 6 defenders beaten. Green, most run meters with 125. Costes has 84 meters for Toulouse. Evans has 9 from 11 tackles. Francois Plus, 20 from 22. But yeah, journey ends there for Quins. They gave it a good crack. I do feel like they'll be disappointed with some of the soft tries, especially the line-out ones. And that one from the restart, brutal. But as I said, a good side like Toulouse does put that pressure on, and you make mistakes. But yeah, both the sides that won their semi-finals, Leinster and Toulouse, I think proved a little bit vulnerable, having seemed like all-conquering early on in both their games. Both sides showed there's some vulnerabilities there, which makes, I think, for a very interesting final on the cards. Look forward to that one. Don't look forward to the kickoff time, but at 1:45 a.m. But yes, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it at the end of May. But yeah, you guys let us know your thoughts on the game. Apologies that it's a bit belated. I'm about to get my children up and take them to school. You guys take care, and talk to you again soon. See you later.